All right, y'all. So welcome back. Coach Wayne here. So quick video, and this video is probably going to be. Oh, I shouldn't have touched the camera like that. Fuck it. We just gonna roll with it. Y'all come here for the advice anyway. So I know that like in the last video we pretty much had like we adjusted and we talked about how removing inconvenience, or now we talked about convenience in the sense that when you are getting rid of convenience, you're going to inevitably embrace discomfort. And that discomfort process could be about like, you getting sober, you cutting out that addiction, or you taking those steps to probably first start doing that. So this video, in a way, we're going to be doing like the inverse. I'm going to be telling you how to consistently take those steps into where you are probably cutting out that habit or cutting out all forms of it. So a way, in my opinion, if I had to, and it's going to sound ironic here because like when you think about it, it's like, well, you're telling us this on social media, but just listen to me. So if I were to start my journey and like all over again, or maybe like if I was to give someone advice, the first thing that I would tell you is if you're cutting out porn or you're like doing all those things, the first thing I would tell you, or even like if you're doing, and this could apply to like drinking or smoking, whatever that habit is or whatever that form of addiction that you're trying to cut out, the first thing that I would tell you is to remove all those things out of your life. And of course, like it sounds like common sense, like, oh, well, that's what everyone says. Well, let's just say you're trying to cut out the habit of watching porn, right? Yes, you would put on a VPN, and yes, you would put on Google Safe Search Mode, and yes, you would give the password of that VPN to someone that you trust, so that way you can't go back and change it or alter it even if you wanted to, or you can't delete it even if you wanted to. Yes, you would do that and give that password to someone else. So what I am telling you is, now that you've done that, the next thing that I would tell you to do is get off of Instagram. I mean, what's on Instagram today is just, it's pretty much just softcore porn, if I'm being real with you. But I would say get off of Instagram. So now you're replacing that down screen time with something else. Now, I'm not going to lie, when you're doing this, it's at first, you're probably, when you get off of Instagram and you're getting off of TikTok, and you're getting, just off of these social media apps where you're seeing like these thousands and exposures of just women or men with, whatever you're into, you're going to be feeling like a huge dopamine drop from it. Like you're probably going to be, I know I wasn't the only one to do this. You're going to be reaching for your phone and probably just looking to scroll on it just to scroll on it. So I would tell you to remove every part of that. And then for the first part of it is, it's going to set it in the sense to where even if you wanted to, you couldn't get to it. So after you've removed it and you've removed what you see, the next thing that I would do is also get off of YouTube and clean up your algorithm as well. So I would say get off of YouTube, just pretty much get off of all these social media platforms. I'll probably say for like within the first 30 to 90 days. I would say 90 days is a good marker. But get off of it in 90 days and you're going to feel like you're missing a lot. But when you think about it, and let's just be real here for a second, think about all the dumb shit you see on social media. Just all the dumb shit that you see, in the sense to where a motherfucker has done some stupid shit, or some motherfucker has went viral on a fucking podcast or something for some stupid shit they say. So you're not really as missing as much as you think you're probably going to be missing within those first couple of days. So now that we've changed what you look at on the day-to-day, like what you see in the screen or what you see on the TV, now that we've changed that, the next thing that I would tell you is changing the entertainment source that you probably are viewing this on, that is telling you that it's maybe like okay to continue carrying on this habit. Because I probably, and this is just me, and of course there's no study, But I feel as if a person has a problem, maybe like with watching porn or something, that their first, if we go look at like their entertainment section, or we go look at like the TV shows and movies that they probably watch, a lot of it is probably related around sex. I would more than willing bet that a lot of it is related around sex. So I would tell you, after we've done that, all these TV shows that you maybe watch to where sex is like the main, it's always a sex scene happening, it's something that's kind of centered around sex, I would tell you to also stop watching those shows. And if it's a problem for you, stop listening to maybe audiobooks that have this such graphic sex scenes. Now, I understand that in the sense to where, like, for example, if maybe you like Alexandra House or you like someone like Piper Rain, I get that their stories is kind of centered around romance. But I would tell you, just in general, if this is a problem for you, now, if you're listening to it and it doesn't make you feel like you want to actually masturbate or go watch porn, then I mean, that can work for you. But if you're feeling that type of feeling to where it's maybe keeping sex in your mind, or it's constantly at the forefront in your mind of what these characters did, maybe like in a scene, then in that case, I would tell you, for this specific thing, cut it out. So now that we've kind of cut out the entertainment that you're looking at, the third thing that I would tell you to do is, I would also say, filling your time. And after you fill your time, because, well, I would say filling your time and then cutting out people in that ring, in your circle, that have probably still continue to do this habit. Because just by proximity with them talking about it every day, or with them bringing it up from time to time, now it's going to be on the forefront of your mind, whether that be watching porn, doing drugs. My point is that just from them being in your close proximity, you're going to want to continue to do the habit because they do the habit. So now that we've kind of filled our time and we've cut our friends out, well, now I can actually get to the filling time part, but now that we're going to cut those people out that resemble that habit or keep bringing that habit up, you want to fill your time. Now, with filling your time, I know that a lot of people say, oh, well, get a new skill or learn coding. I'm not going to tell you specifically what to do, because you're your own fucking person. I mean, you're your own person if you're sitting here watching this shit right now. But what I will tell you to do is find something that you can become obsessive over. And I know that seems like, oh, well, that's kind of like the opposite of advice of what most people give. And it is, because to be real with you, giving you random shit to you like, oh, well, do photography, do coding, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the hell you obsess over. Find something that you can obsess over. If, for example, if you notice that you start to maybe obsess over, let's just say, watching boxing, because let's just say you filled your entertainment time now with, you're not watching stimulating movies, you're not watching shows where it has all these graphic sex scenes and whatnot, and you're not on social media anymore, but you just happen to find yourself watching like a lot of boxing or something, I would tell you to start boxing. If you find yourself in, I don't care how old you are, and you're maybe find yourself starting to obsess over a sport, I would tell you to study that sport. If it's football, see if you can go try to play flag football. See if you can start doing that every weekend or something. But I would tell you, find something that you can really get obsessive over. And 9 times out of 10, it may seem like you don't have anything at first, but I really believe that is just your addiction, or maybe your form of whatever you have going on in your habit. When you finally cut that out, you'll actually have a lot of self-discovery and enlightenment. So find something that you can become absolutely obsessive over. And I mean, to the point to where you can talk about the details, to the point to where when you get around other people and you're talking about what is going on, what the hell you're doing, they want to tell you to shut the fuck up. Become that obsessive over it, whatever it is. If it's PC gaming, Game your fucking heart out. Learn how to build a PC. Build the PC. Go play every fucking thing that you can play. Hell, start a gaming channel. Whatever it is, become obsessive over to the very last detail. I'm talking about so obsessed to the point to where you can miss a night of sleep staying up and looking at this, and you're tired the next morning and you want to get back up and go look at it again and go do what you have to do again. So number one, I would say get off of social media. Stop looking at everything that you're seeing, because it's only triggering you to want to make you go watch porn. Number two, cut out those forms of media in the sense to where you're watching TV shows, you're watching movies that are stimulating you, and with how everything looks now in a movie, I mean, it's crazy. So cut out, movies and television. Then number three, you want to cut off those people who you had a close proximity with who are still doing those habits. And then number four, I would then say you want to become really obsessed over something. Become very obsessive over it. All right, family, may Yah be with you. And that's it. Y'all have a good day.